More than 100 students of the College of Health Technology in Ekiti have been hospitalized after their campus was fumigated to prevent COVID-19. A team that claimed to come from the Federal Fire Service had gone to fumigate the campus unannounced with examinations in progress, and this triggered adverse effects on the students, especially those with underlying health conditions. In reaction, some rampaging students set a bonfire at the entrance of the campus, destroying school property, forcing staff and students to run for safety. It took the intervention of police officers for the fumigation team to escape the campus after hiding from the attack of Irish students. The provost of the college was not available for comment, but the State Commissioner for Health visited those hospitalized and assures that the fumigation team will be brought to book if found guilty. Well, a lot of questions to answer on this one. We have joining us on the program Dr. Jimlas Ogunshaki, who is the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor in Public Health and is the Lead Compliance Officer at Ekiti State COVID-19 Task Force. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Ogunshaki. First, the obvious. Why did this fumigation take place while students were fully in session?
Thank you very much. And well, when we got the news that the school was in, they were rioting and all of that because of the fumigation that went bad, we were also a bit taken aback because when it comes to fumigation that is secondary to COVID, we have a protocol that we follow as a state. We have a guideline that has been set in place. The Ministry of Environment is responsible for fumigation. Other schools within the state, like the universities and other polytechnics, they actually go through the Ministry of Environment to get accredited for whoever is fumigating for them, or ask the Ministry of Environment to fumigate for them. So, but when we heard that, we were really taken aback because the Ministry of Environment was not aware that such fumigation was happening in the school.
So.
Yeah.
So who then sanctioned or authorized this fumigation?
Well, I cannot say of a fact at the moment. I'm sure that His Excellency is setting up a kind of a panel of inquiry to look into that, and probably ask the management to kind of explain how that came about. Because usually, if it is COVID-19 fumigation, we usually do that before students even come on campus. And if they're on campus, we ask them to go home for like a week, and then the fumigation happens and everything is settled before they are asked to come back. So when we heard that, we were really taken aback because we really didn't know how that happened.
Well, clearly the students didn't get a chance to leave the school, and over 100 of them have been hospitalized or were hospitalized as a result. What can you tell us about their health status at this time?
Well, quite some numbers have been flying around about the numbers of people that have been hospitalized. As of the last count, some people were admitted at the Federal Teaching Hospital in Ekiti, and some were also admitted at the General Hospital in Ekiti. As at the last count, we had like about 24 people on admission, and nobody died, and all of them are stable at the moment.
So you're saying that in all, how many students were hospitalized? How many have been discharged? You say about over 20 are still on admission, but how many were hospitalized in total? How many have been discharged?
Okay, so maybe I don't have the recent data as of now, but as of early hours of this morning, we had like about 20 students on admission in the Federal Teaching Hospital in Ekiti, and of course at the General Hospital at Ijero, I think like about 4 or so. But recent update at this moment, I'm not able to speak to that.
I mean, we don't look forward to this happening again. You've spoken about certain investigations ongoing, but what are the possible punishments, punitive measures that will be taken to ensure that this doesn't happen again?
Well, I'm sure that, as I said earlier on, that when the state sets up a panel of inquiry to look into what has happened, and the facts are on the table, I'm sure that His Excellency the Governor will take appropriate action, and whosoever might have contravened any of the regulations and everything that is on ground, will have some explanations to do to that.
Well, Dr. Jimlas Ogunshakin will definitely be following up on this to find out what comes out of it. But I would like to thank you so much for giving some insights into what played out at the school. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.